Though, Tim, they're not just allowing Sanogo to take advantage of the one-on-one down low. They're going to send guys. They're going to dig. They're going to let him know people are there.
Sanogo was outplayed by Soriano in his last outing, and right away
Sanogo take a little bit more time too. See if the defense is going to react to you. How they're going to play you when you catch that ball in the middle. Don't be in such a hurry.
Sanogo puts it on the deck, one of the most improved big men for holding on to and moving the ball around.
Beautiful.
And he got it back. He coaches with the same emotional flair that he played with.
Yeah.
We had a chance at potential history here. It would have been the first time, had Danny been able to coach tonight, but the first time that two players from the same team had coached against each other as head coaches. Alamir Dawes. Jackson the rebound.
That's a good contest by Newton. You got to understand the scouting report. Dawes likes to pull up. You get a hand up. You got a little bit more size if you're Newton.
Hawkins. Boy, you called that one. You told me an hour and a half ago it's going to be. Alamir can't get it to go. Jackson clears it. And he's coming the other way. Lost his dribble, though. It's on the deck, and he saved it. That was a marvelous job, and that's where you want it. In the end,
it's one of the plays we didn't really see against St. John's with UConn. Is getting to the floor first, coming up with those 50-50 balls. Good sign for UConn here on the road.
Yeah, I believe they got the memo in the aftermath of that game. Samuels.
Season, but he's got to use that speed and athleticism.
Too strong. Samuel with a good block out. Kadari Richmond clears it to Alamir Dawes. A lot of room for Dawes to operate. A little Euro action. Oh! Does not fall for Newton. Out it goes. Pass was a little high and away from Alamir Dawes. And Connecticut comes back the other way. Sanogo. Attracts
to shoot down the lane and get fouled.
Necessarily in the stat sheet at the end of a game, but Hawkins is the guy that game. Speaking of those fans and second guessers, many in the nutmeg state would like to see Klingon get a little more PT.
Yeah, it's tough.
As I understand.
Yeah, it's tough though. When you see what he's doing in a small sample size, 20 minutes, 18 minutes. That doesn't mean he's going to do that at 28 minutes or 30 minutes. Yeah. Double their minutes, they're going to double their stats. It doesn't happen.
Think about Purdue and the big man Zach Edey.
For Matt Painter and how they were going to have the most success.
I thought it was interesting. Tom Izzo the other day decided
here against Hawkins.
Hassan Diarra is coming to the game at the point. Feeds Hawkins.
Can't shoot the gap. Got away with it. He's got a trail on that.
Nice work by Diarra to follow it. Caravan rattles it home.
Hard to stay away, and he's learned that early. You know, remember, he's a kid who came in halfway through the year last year for UConn, so he's been around the team. Hadn't played, but has been around the team and understands how everything works. Great experience, even though you don't get that time on the floor.
Aline gets it to Sanogo.
Samuel, they're just not centers. They're not big guys. They're going to need some help.
Joey Calcaterra on the floor as well for Connecticut, number 3 in blue. Richmond plays.
Expectations that teams have are just the ones they have for themselves. Not anything outside of that.
Yep.
We don't know what their day-to-day is. Got to stay with the process.
Here's Richmond. And you know he's going to force it as best he can. And on the wing, you know if he hits the first, he's going to be looking again. Richmond with a dribble drive, can't get it to go.
And he can get to any spot he wants at any time.
Diarra, pass Trey Davis.
A little walk. Have it. Kick the ball ahead. Let your guards go to work and find some transition points.
Air ball thrown up by Naheem Aline.
The reason I say that is because Seton Hall is such a good defensive team. You allow them to get back and get set when you handle the ball more.
Jackson.
The ball, so now let's change it up. You pop to the corner. We're going to find you. Force Sanogo to come out there and guard you. If not, knock down a shot.
You came with some soul right there.
You
with
like that? Well, you said you had the floaters earlier.
I did.
The break, so I had to keep
Went
up.
all the way to JB for me.
Trying to keep up with Big Daddy B here tonight.
Jackson is doubled. Shot clock down to 10. That pass. Harris is in the game. You know it's going to go up. Harris wins
the arm of Harris. But this is where I believe UConn can get better. Ball handler, you got to stay in front of guys. Give that ball up instead of putting it down, trying to beat a guy off the dribble.
That one's too strong. Calcaterra clears. Looking to push. How about that throw to Sonogo? Oh! Able to make the trip. Here's Calcaterra with a second opportunity. Jackson with a flush.
And it starts by those wide shoulders. He gets even with you, it's over.
If ever there were proof that sometimes
keep putting pressure on you and getting downhill.
Back on the deck and Klingon as well. Now Edie's even bigger, you know that.
Yeah.
But boy, oh boy, the footwork and the skill set.
Has good feel in terms of passing, finding guys, keeping his hands ready.
Way off the mark for Jackson.
Shots are tough under duress.
And here comes the other Jackson. And he finds the open man. That one goes crying off the front iron for Gray Davis. You take a bad shot against these guys, and it's a fast break the other way. Newton for three. Richmond. Harris is going to pump. You can count on that. Too strong. Yanked down by Caravan.
Yeah, I don't mind Harris shooting that shot in transition. That was good recovery by Hawkins, though. Long stretch. Wow.
Beautiful cut. An 11-0 run. And how about that K-State win over Kansas in overtime? So it's that time of the year, helmet heads. College basketball should be nearing the front of your menu plate each and every night. Beautiful pass late. And a foul by Klingon. And they're just...
You just can't think of, without talking about him, about his...
Yeah, National Defensive Player of the Year last season for St. Peter's. He's just an incredible talent, and you do want that coach on the floor. He's the right guy, no question.
Not afraid to guard the other team's best players.
Caravan's failing it tonight. Odekali with the dump down to Richmond. Oh, what a dish. What a dish. Everything but finally the finish. I'll hold on to that one, Ethan. Klingon saved it and then lost it. How about Samuel? He hit the deck hard. So did Nadefo. Oh, count it. No, they're going to wave it off. Foul prior.
Down again. Don't be in a hurry. Yeah. Deliver it at a better angle so now he has more room to work.
Dawes with the dump down to Samuel. Working on Sonogo. Oh, good cut by Odekali. Gives it to Kadari Richmond.
Welcome to College Sports USA, your channel providing college sports highlights and news all year round. Just a reminder to please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.
Hawkins goes to the left hand. There's a follow. Count it. And a foul. And guess who?
Where certain guys are on the floor.
Think of all those teams during that NCAA tournament run that were seeing him in their sleep.
Yeah.
You know, in late March of last year. 40-29. That's a big three-pointer to get Seton Hall going here in the second. Holloway hoping to feed off that. There's a quick dump down, count the basket. It was in the cylinder.
You got to get a stop here, try to put a couple of plays together at both ends.
Nice lead pass. Newton is fouled.
Backboard.
We were talking a little earlier before we got back on the air about Klingon's play in the first half.
Oh, yeah. Who should play when and how long and where.
Samuel and Nadefo.
Angles and watching the ball. Never takes his eye off the ball when it goes up to the rim.
After all that, though, still a 13-point lead. Dawes was in, I'll say that. Here in the second half, Seton Hall. And there's another pilfer. Dawes. And those backcourt issues that have been rearing their ugly head of late against Connecticut popping up now. The Hall this half, 5 baskets, all in the paint. And the fans are getting with it here at the Rock. Hawkins, beautifully done.
Better for him. But that's what will separate him from just other shooters, is that he can create his own, but he can also maneuver in the traffic.
Odekale working on Jackson. Dawes off the curl. Getting inside the lane now and attacking the Connecticut bigs. Samuel Crabbe, he played strong that time, even with the 3 fouls. Too strong.
Go.
Here comes Alamir Dawes, and there's Nadefo again.
Are second to none. But with that being said,
turns into what could be a 4-point swing. They're lucky it wasn't. UConn missed 2 bunnies right there, or that could have been a 4-point play. Samuel, that's a mismatch. All will be forgotten if Seton Hall can convert right here, at least in this building. And there's a whistle.
Everyone's doing a scouting report now. It's why we are, it's why stepping out of bounds in the corner, it happens every single game. I don't know if I've done a game where it hasn't happened this year. Got to know where you are on the floor.
6 turnovers by UConn this half. None for Seton Hall. Great cut, great pass. Everything but
passes to Samuel, and then Tyrese Samuel makes the right play to Richmond.
Somebody's going to deliver a big-time counterpunch. Sanogo. Great work by Nadefo again from the backside. Jackson a step-back 3. Big-time shot.
6th turnover for Seton Hall, so they've done a nice job of protecting it.
Yeah, that's first one this half.
You just can't have that now under 10 minutes to play in a tight game. Got to be secure. Have to value your possessions.
Alcantara to Klingon. And 1.
Oh, and now they're telling him, listen, you're back to the basket guy.
Diarra with the offensive rebound. Alcantara the 3-ball for him. Gave up the offensive rebound for a 3-ball. That offensive board, rebound, and putback 3 by Alcantara was huge. 5 points in 5 seconds for the Huskies. Odekale goes reversal. Free throw by Kadari Richmond. Just gets 1 out of 2, and then an by the way, foul Jackson on Jackson. Klingon and Sanogo than it is with Samuel and Jackson not being out there.
Pretty quickly as well to get that energy at both ends.
Yeah, your best offense with Nadefo is just getting it on the rim. Harris, remember that shot? Down to Adama Sanogo. It rolls off. Davis retrieves it. Harris is still feeling it. He wants it again. Richmond the old-fashioned way. Leading in, and he gets the foul. No field goals for Adama Sanogo in the last 12 minutes. And now Klingon gets it to go. Here's Tom Moore. He's handling the defensive chores tonight. And that reach-in foul will go.
Tom, and you see it there. Thomas said, I want Luke Murray to, he's the one.
Klingon claims it. Short-armed it.
Gotta take your time.
Oh, and he gave it to Hawkins, and it's ripped away. Alamir Dawes. And that's a block. The song was made in 1975, by the way.
I was born in Detroit, baby.
I was spinning rock and roll radio. 2 in a row.
Using those long arms that reach. Great anticipation.
UConn took the lead 32 seconds into the game, has not given it up at all. Seton Hall has never led. Odekale! Odekale in the game. Under 90 seconds left.
Not a person in the building sitting right now.
Kadari.
For a timeout.
Yes, and he committed a foul. Alamu Dawes committed a foul. Wow. Well, the Hall with 8 to go. Kadari finds Odekale. It's off. There's the follow. Count it. Nadefo. Hello. How do?
Nadefo, KC.
Yeah. Well, he missed it. Watch out. It's over.
KC.
Well, he missed it. Watch out. It's over. The Hall.
As usual, thanks for watching and please provide your comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as it helps the channel out.